You see, I don't know about you, but I was enjoying spring break with some family. And, we're so grateful to be in Oklahoma because for us, that means that we can go visit my family where I grew up in Blanchard. And then we usually end right at the farm. And so Bryn, my wife, she grew up on a farm 30 miles north of Stillwater. And it's just this 14,000 acres of basically doing anything you want to do within reason. Just make sure you're home at supper time, right? And so one of my favorite things to do with our kids is that we get in these gators, the ATVs, and we just drive around the farm. And we usually do two things. We always start at the seed barn, and we go and get a Coke and a small candy bar. And then we just drive around. And whether it's for 10 minutes or for 2 hours, we always end up at the same location, these hay bales. My father-in-law, being the farmer that he is, he has hay bales there that go as far as the eye can see, row after row after row, to feed the cattle that the Lord has blessed him with. And so my kids, they get on these hay bales, and just like your kids and grandkids and nieces and nephews, they just run up and down, up and down. I don't know why this is so much fun, but it is. And so sure enough, we were almost done playing, and I noticed there was this middle section of these hay bales that the previous row was just a little too far. They just couldn't make it. Regardless of how fast they ran or how far they could jump, it was just too far. So they said, "Daddy, can you help us?" And so I did, one by one. I took them from this one hay bale to this other row of hay bales. Can I tell you that that's exactly how the Bible describes the gospel to all of us? That you and I were made by God to love God and to live for God. But instead of loving and living for God, we lived for ourselves. We sinned. We fall short of God's mark for us. And God, being holy and just as he is, knew it was impossible for us to ever work our way to him, despite our achievements, despite our abilities, despite even our best intentions. And so God the Father came for us through his Son, Jesus Christ. And so what was impossible for man, with God all things are possible. In the moment we place our faith and trust in Jesus Christ, the way, the truth, and the life, it is that faith through Christ that brings us to the Father. One by one, faith by faith.